Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends 20th Anniversary Toad. Thank you for watching this video, or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. Let's begin things with a look at the packaging. And overall, very reminiscent, just like the other 20th anniversary figures, very reminiscent of that original Toy Biz packaging on the blister, only, you know, all of this was covered in plastic and it had that seal around the edges. Anyway, let's adjust the camera here. Marvel Series 1, 4 and up, assortment number. Warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. Hasbro print. And then, you know, we have some Marvel symbols there, just like on that original Toy Biz packaging. Nice big blister showcasing the figure and accessories. Marvel Legends, Marvel's Toad. 20 years. Man, it's still hard to believe. The bottom, really nothing. On the back, Marvel Legends. Nice product shot showing the figure in his stand and his tongue hanging out and the background. So that's cool. And then a continuation of the symbols from the front here. And then for anybody that wants to read all that, I'll hold it there. You can pause it and feel free to read all of that. Attention! Don't stick things in your French pie hole. Achtung! Don't stick things in any other language pie hole that don't belong there. Don't give it to the babies. Small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, a barcode, recycled print, Hasbro print, Marvel print, and those symbols I'm not going to learn. That, my friends, completes our look at the packaging. Let's take a look at Toad and his accessories. And handy dandy tweezers, let's take a look at the accessories first. And he does come with a set of frogs or toads. I'm assuming toads since he is Toad. And they look to be exactly the same, just painted a little differently. No, I might be wrong. Yes, they are actually two different sculpts, so I was wrong. Not the first time. Then he does come with an alternate set of hands, splayed fingers. And they're on up and down. I might say up and down. They're on side to side hinge. Duh. And here we have his tongue lashing head. Toad has a wicked tongue. I want to say that's a nice sculpt job they've done on there, and the paint, the printing. He's even got a wash in his nasty hair. And of course we have the Marvel Legends stand on that classic Toy Biz Marvel Legends logo, or with that logo on it, and then a channel here in the back so that you can put the cardboard piece in it. And the cardboard piece has a replica of X-Men, the cover of X-Men number 4, featuring little Toad there. And then on the other side of it, a nice little swampy area. And again, like I said, you know, this fits right in that channel on the back of the stand. And you can put it this way, or you can put it the other way. And I do believe X-Men number 4 was the comic that did come with the original Toy Biz Toad 20 years ago. I guess maybe over 20 years now. Well, let's take a look at the figure, and well, already looks at the pictures, but let's take a look at the figure himself. And again, with the face, I mean, it's nice paint job. I mean, his face isn't nice. The sculpt is nice. The paint is nice. And again, that same wash in his hair. And then, of course, he has this piece, which is glued on, and then he has these little pieces, which kind of just sort of peg in with the wrist. And same here with these. Now, one thing I will say, double hinged pinned elbow, but double hinged pinless knee. That's anyway. So I'm not exactly sure who these arms are coming from, but the torso and the legs and the feet, that all seems to be new. I could be wrong, and I probably am. I am by no means an expert. But while we're talking about the paint and stuff, you know, he does have some wash here. Actually, all over. Everywhere there's wrinkles, he's just got a little bit of wash in there just to kind of make that stuff stand out. Even on the back. Right down here. Across the back. So that's pretty cool. Now let's take a look at his articulation. He can look up that high. He can... Hey, come on, can you look lower than that? He can look down that low. It looks as though he's on that classic Hasbro hinge and ball at the neck. Yeah. So, there's that. It does appear that he has a butterfly joint at the shoulder, and it'll go back that far and forward that far. So, I'm not getting there, maybe. Yeah. It's moving. It just doesn't look like there's a lot to it. The arm, I'm assuming, will rotate 360 degrees. This piece does kind of get in the way, but it will get that rotation in there. And it will also get stuck. Wouldn't you know it? And I think this piece covering the butterfly joint's what's getting things stuck, so I don't know, that's a little weird. Maybe let's back up. Anyway, out at the shoulder, looks like a little less than 90 degrees. Cut at the bicep gives you full 360 degrees of rotation. Double hinged pinned elbow, as I stated before. And still gives you a pretty good bend there. At the wrist, 360 degrees on and in and out hinge. And that cuff moves around a little bit. It's a cut here where the upper chest meets the abdomen, and it gives you all kinds of hula hula motion there. And then he has I like to call this a reverse ab crunch, because usually it faces the other way, but so he can lean back that far. I'm just trying to show with that hinge, not the upper hinge here. So he can crunch forward that far, but with that upper hinge, you know, you get that extra bit going on there. He does not have a cut at the waist because of this reverse ab hinge, but I do believe he will fully rotate 360 degrees at this cut here. Now, he does have a pull-down hinge at the hips. So that is awesome. And with that pull-down hinge, he can give you that much of the splits. Wow, he can kick forward that high. Wow, that is great. He can kick back that far before his butt gets in the way. And those hinges pop right back up in there. Cut here at the upper thigh for a full 360-degree rotation. Double hinged pinless knees. And they give you that much bend, so that's nice. At the ankles, tilts down that far. Tilts up that far, wow. And it does have forward-facing pin for rocker. And that, my friends, is a look at the figure and his accessories. Now it's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the 20th anniversary Toad with his old teammates, well, his old boss and an old teammate. This is the Magneto from the Family Matters pack and the Mastermind from the Wolverine Amazon 5-pack. And he is, of course, on that Hellfire Club body, because he doubles as Jason Wingard. Here's Toad with two other of his former Brotherhood of Evil Mutants teammates, Wanda and Pietro Maximoff, also known as the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Both of these figures are also from the Amazon Family Matters 3-pack. Here's Toad with two of his 20th anniversary wave mates. The 20th anniversary Captain America and the 20th anniversary Iron Man. I'm not going to compare it with the 20th anniversary Hulk because I don't have that one. And I don't have it because there's just something about the face sculpt that's just, it doesn't look right to me. But that's just me. Your mileage may vary. And here's Toad with, making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee, also from the Marvel Legends series. And how does he compare up with other lines? Let's start taking a look at that. And here he is with Star Wars The Black Series Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for our final set of comparisons, here we have him with the G.I. Joe Classified Series Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. And for a 7-inch comparison, here he is with McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse 3 Jokers, the Joker, the Clown. For final thoughts on the Marvel Legends series 20th anniversary Toad figure, I have to say, sculpt-wise, from the pictures I went back and looked at of that original Toy Biz Toad, I like this one better. I just do. Unfortunately, was not able to do comparison on that figure with this figure. because I don't own it. It's one of the very few Toy Biz Marvel Legends figures that I was not, well, that I did not get. It's not that I wasn't able to. By the time I decided I wanted it, then I wasn't able to. I have to say the alternate head with the tongue, that's a nice touch. The hands that come with the figure are appropriate, and I like the two little toads that he comes with too. That's pretty cool. He hasn't, you know, I'm not gonna say he really has a lot of paint, but he does have a lot of wash, and I think that really sets this figure off. I came close a couple of times to canceling him. I'm glad I didn't. Hulk is the only 20th anniversary figure that I am going to pass on. It's just, something about that face sculpt I really just do not like. The paint apps on it and everything look great, but it's just that Hulk face. I don't like it. But that's just me. That's my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary. But overall, I have to give high marks to this guy. I am, I'm a little confused over the choice of doing pinned elbows and pinless knees when it really wouldn't have taken much at all to retool these arms to make them pinless. I mean, so that's really the only major complaint that I have about this figure, and that's just nitpicking. The drop down hinge is a nice touch. I'm glad to see that finally creeping into the Marvel Legends series. I did recently notice, I've done all my Retro Spider-Man reviews for Wave 2, and I don't know if this holds true to Wave 1 because I missed that Wave 1 Retro Spider-Man. But the Spider-Man in that line have pull down hinges at the hips also, and that's something that I just noticed while I was working on a review that's forthcoming for the Spider-Man and Spinneret 2-pack, the Renew Your Vows 2-pack. So be on the lookout for that one. But again, overall, I'll like this figure. He's a good figure, especially if you're like me and don't have a Toad. And I think this is the other than, they might have released a movie Toad way back in the day in 2000, 2001, somewhere like that. I don't think there's been another Toad figure, at least a comic figure, in 20 years. So, it might be 20 years before we see one again. I don't know. But that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or just help the channel out further, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.